Good morning students. Now we will discuss about the chemical bond. Already you know my name is Prasanna from the Prasanna's Chemistry Academy. See what is chemical bond? Why atoms can form the chemical bond? Why atoms are participating in the chemical bond? That we will see now. See, individually atoms contains the high energy. Individually atoms contains the high energy and less stable. So to gain the stability, to attain the stability, atoms will participate in the chemical bond. How it will participate? It reduces its energy and it participate in the chemical bond. So chemical bond is formed by reducing its energy, and it is a chemical bond. When the participation of chemical bond, it is a exothermic reaction because it releases some energy. So after the chemical bond, in the formation of chemical bond, atoms releases certain energy. See what is chemical bond? You see the attractive force that holds two or more constituent atoms are oppositely charged ions. Oppositely charged ions means cation and anion together in different chemical species is called chemical bond. It's a force of attraction between the two atoms, two oppositely charged ions is called the chemical bond. When the atoms can participate in the chemical bond by reducing its energy and increasing its stability. To gain the stability, to attain the stability, atoms are participated in the chemical bond. Okay, how the atoms will participate in the chemical bond? How the chemical species will form? Chemical species are formed, that you see now. See, actually noble gases contains the inert or stable configuration. Noble gases are the inert and stable configuration, means these are not participated in any one. This contains the stable configuration, means octet configuration is present in the outermost shell. For example, neon atomic number 10, 2, 8 electrons are present in the outermost shell. In that only argon 18, 2, 8 electrons are present in the outermost shell. See, in that noble gas, exceptional case is helium. What is that exceptional case? Helium, even though it is not contain the octet configuration, it contains the duplet configuration. Based on the duplet configuration also it gets the stability. All inert gases are the stable configuration. So each and every atom trying to get nearer the configuration of the which are nearer to the noble gases, those are get the inert gas configuration. Okay, then it will be the stable. And not only that one, by loss of an electrons or by gain of electrons, by loss of electrons or by gain of electrons, atoms will form a stable configuration. Example you see sodium atomic number 11. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So that means 2, 8, see second shell 2 plus 6, 8 electrons, and in the third shell 1 electron, 2, 8, 1. What I said, to get the stability, outermost configuration 8 should be, or else it is nearer to the nearest inert gas configuration. Sodium is nearer to the neon. Atomic number is 10. It is nearer to the neon 10. Sodium is nearer to the neon 10. So how many extra electrons it contains than the neon? Sodium atomic number 11, neon atomic number 10. How many extra electrons it contains? 1 electron it contains extra. So that 1 electron it gives to any other element. And forms as a Na plus. See, it is giving means it always gets the positive charge. 1 electron it is giving, no, so 1 plus. If it is giving 2 electrons means it is the 2 plus. If it is giving 3 electrons means it is the 3 plus. Okay, if it is taking 1 electron means F1 minus. If it is taking 2 electrons means O2 minus. Okay, like that it will be. Taking means it gets the negative charge as anion. Loss of electron means it becomes as a cation, as a positive charge. In that way, these oppositely charged species, no? So already you know well what is opposite charges attract to each other. So these two will attract and forms a bond. That is one case, and it forms as a molecule formation, and it forms as a molecule also. Molecules. It forms as a molecules. Two or more atoms. Combined, chemically combined to form as a molecule. For example, this is one atom. This is another atom. Okay, and see, in this two, positive and positive, what will be? Repulsion will be. Positive and positive, repulsion will be. And here the electrons will be no. In between the electron and positive, attraction will be. And here also electrons will be no. That electrons and here the also electrons will be no. Okay. In between these electrons also repulsion will be. Okay. And this electron and this positive charge also what is? Attraction will be. Okay. Here the attraction force is greater than the repulsive force. Now attraction is formed means now here the chemical bond is formed. Okay. After that, see, here the attraction force is greater than the repulsion force. Based on this, here the chemical bond is formed, and in that way, and here it reduces its energy. No, it reduces its energy in the chemical bond. In chemical bond, stability increases. Energy is reduced. See, for example, I am saying, example you take it as a police officer, bachelor police officer, and who contain the family. You compare these two. Okay, bachelor police officer, what he know? He will do anything. He can go anywhere. Okay, he can fight with anyone because he don't have any bond with him. Okay, he don't have the family with him. So he has the more energy. And less stability. When another police officer is bonded with his family. Now the bond is there. Means what is? His energy will be reduced and stability increases. He can think after what is I have the family, like that he will think it. Okay, so that is in that way atoms also to gain the stability, it reduces its energy. Then the chemical bond is formed. Okay, why atoms will form the chemical bond means to increases its stability and to reduces its energy. Example, one hydrogen combined with the another hydrogen. One hydrogen combined with the another hydrogen forms as a H2 molecule. And it gives the 434 kilojoules energy it releases. 434.27 exactly, but 434 we can write it. Kilojoules energy is releases. It is energy releasing now. So it is the exothermic reaction. Okay. Next, Seema, to form this chemical bond, we have to learn the modern atomic theory modern atomic theory or Kozel-Lewis electron dot theory. Electron dot theory. Okay, they explain outermost electrons. You can take it as a modern theory of valency. Modern theory of valency, Kozel and Lewis electron dot theory. Modern atomic theory is different. Modern atomic theory means it is the comparison between the Dalton's atomic theory and modern atomic theory. Here now we are discussing about the valency now. Modern atomic theory of valency and Kozel and Lewis electron dot theory. See, valency I said no. So first, what is valency? What is valency? Valency means it is the combining capacity of an atom or of an element. Valency means it is the combining capacity of an element. With how many elements it can combine? For example, hydrogen. Hydrogen always combine with one hydrogen only. Oxygen always combine with other two. Sulfur also 2. Sodium also 1. Okay, like that. That is the valency. It is the combining capacity of an element. How we can find out this valency? See, to that we have to know the Kozel and Lewis dot separation. For example, you see. Now this is the atom nucleus. Nucleus means which contains the nucleus. What it contains? Protons are contained. Protons. Nucleus contains the protons. Whatever electrons are present in the outermost shell, is called valency shell. Whatever electrons are present in the outermost shell, those are called as valency shell, and these electrons are called as valency electrons. Okay, next, before the valency shell, whatever electrons are present, here also electrons are present, no? There also electrons are present, no? That electrons are called as kernel. What is core and kernel? These are called as the core electrons. Okay, and innermost shell. Next, see, nucleus plus this inner shell. Nucleus plus inner shells are called as kernel. Nucleus plus inner shells are called as kernel. Outermost shell is called the valency shell. That electrons are called as valency electrons. Before the valency shell, that is called as the core. These shells are called as the core. This inner shells plus nucleus is called kernel. And another one, this is outermost shell, and before the outermost shell, that is called as the penultimate shell. Okay, this is ultimate shell. Ultimate means it is the last outermost shell. Before the outermost shell is called penultimate shell. Okay, and outermost shell, and next inner shells are there, no? Those are called as the core. This core plus nucleus is called kernel. Here called the kernel. Okay, if you know the valency electrons, that valency electrons we should represent around the symbol of an atom. That is only Lewis and Kozel explained. What they explained? Atom symbol you will take, no, atomic symbol. For example, that atomic symbol indicates the core electrons. Atomic symbol indicates the core electrons, and valence electrons are there, no, those we should represent around the atom as a dots or cross symbols. That is the Lewis and Kozel explained. Lewis and Kozel electron dot theory means electron we should represent as a dots. So which electrons we should represent as a dots? Valency electrons we should represent as a dot. Okay, we are writing valence electrons. What about inner shells? That inner shells and that symbol indicates that inner shell electrons also. Okay, so valence electrons as a dots. Example, can I erase it, Nana? Example, hydrogen. Hydrogen atomic number what? 1. So it contains one electron. 1s1. It contains only one electron. So hydrogen with the one dot I am representing. Next, lithium, you see. Lithium atomic number 3. 1s2, 2s1. 1s2, 2s1. This lithium, here 2 electrons are there. That symbol indicates this 2 electrons and lithium symbol. Li indicates that 2 electrons and the 2 electrons also. Now what is the outermost? 1 electron. 1 electron I am representing as a dot, lithium. Example, another example, sodium, Na, atomic number 11. Sodium atomic number 11. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. 3s1. 2, 8, 1. 2, 8, 1. This is the sodium. Now I am writing sodium as 1 electron. Lewis dot symbol. Sodium as 1 electron. Means what? This sodium symbol indicates this also. That sodium symbol indicates 2, 8 electrons. 1 dot is represent this 1 electron. 1 dot is this valency electron. In that way only. Magnesium. No, chlorine you take it chlorine or fluorine. Chlorine 17. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Next, what is 3p6? Next, 4s, 10, 17 only, no? Here what will be? 5. Okay, now see. 2, 8 and this 7. This 7. Now I am writing chlorine. Valence electrons what are? 7. Chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electrons I am representing as a dots or cross. This is the Lewis dot symbol. Chlorine valence electron 7, no. 7 I am writing. Okay. Completed. This is the Lewis dot representation. He given the valency electrons as a cross or dots around that symbol of an atom. Next, which types of chemical bonds are present? How many types of chemical bonds are present? Okay, one electropositive, in between the electropositive and electronegative means ionic bond is present. In between the electronegative and electronegative means covalent bond is present. Okay, and electropositive and electropositive, in between the electropositive and electropositive, metallic bond is present. Positive and negative ionic bond, negative negative covalent bond, positive positive metallic bond. In the ionic bond, transfer of electrons takes place. Transfer of electrons. In covalent bond, mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual sharing of electrons takes place. Okay. Now, in the next class, we will discuss about the ionic bond.